Hey, Tubes. Jonathan's wrong here. Truth on the budget. Some kicking bedhead going. Anyway, just woke up. World War III started, so there's that. End times are coming. I keep seeing things for something apparently is going to go down the 18th of this month, which is funny because I have a car insurance bill for like $270. That's due. That I actually made enough money to pay. Yay! Um, but like the something's supposed to go down on the 18th, so like part of me is like kind of want to hold on to that money. If it's martial law, my car being insured, it's not really gonna matter. But anyway, just a thought. But real quick, I was just thinking about something, and something crossed my mind. Now, centripetal force. The further you are out of the circle, the quicker you're spinning. If it's all spinning the same rate, if the center is spinning the same rate, the further out you go, the faster it's going to be spinning. So, if we were living on a spinning ball, you would feel more rotation the higher you got above sea level. So if you were up in the mountains, you'd be feeling more spin than you would be if by a large amount because you're a mile in the air. Um, so there you go. You never feel the rotation. No one has ever. The only people I've ever met that say they feel like they're spinning are in denial. If you feel like you're spinning all the time, you're messed up in the head, or you just really love the lie of living on a spinning ball. But yeah, what are you talking about? You can go into a car, and you feel when that car is rolling like 1 or 3 miles an hour. If you're in a ship, if you're in a boat, and it changes course, you feel it. You're traveling 10 miles an hour, and you feel it. We okay. Why would you not feel living on a ball spinning thousands of miles an hour? All right. And once again, the higher you got in altitude, the more spin there would be, because that's how centripetal force works. If you want more evidence of how I know this for a fact, I used to work on a carousel. Getting off on the inside and getting off on the outside is completely different. Which was very funny too, because you would do it effortlessly because you've done it a billion times. The trick is to step backwards because your body's gonna be going that way. So if you try to go forward, your head's gonna go straight to the ground. Well, if you step backwards, I'm not gonna sit here and explain how to step off a carousel. That's pointless. Anyway, the fact is that the outside is spinning faster than the inside because it's one thing spinning. That part's going to be spinning slower than that part because they're all spinning the same speed. It's just something that's easier with a diagram. I don't know what's obvious and what isn't because a lot of things just seem blindingly, blatantly, shiningly, screamingly obvious to me that aren't to other people. But anyway, yeah, just real quick. I was talking about the people getting off the carousel. You'd see dads or macho men or whatever thing like, oh, look at this kid, no, thinking it's easy to because they see you doing it effortlessly, and I would see people try to step off and just eat it and get dragged by the carousel all the time, and it was always funny to me because it says all over it, don't step off. It looks easy when we're doing it, yeah, because we're professionals. People don't understand skill level nowadays. I think it has to do with the participation trophies. I think it has to do with, we can't have anyone be better than anyone else, so we gotta dumb it down so it's all equally bad. I was watching a great video the other night actually about the whole BS about the sexes being the exact same, men and a woman being exactly physically similar, because that makes sense, right? But he used the example of tennis. It's in my liked videos. If you want to, if you want to dig through all the synth pop and industrial music and random random stuff I have in my liked videos, it'll be in there. I generally try not to like anything that's, even if I myself think it's funny, I know the channel, so generally if it's not truth related and I like it, it'll be humor, or like it'll just be too funny and I can't help it not like it. I don't know if anyone's perused through my like videos. Maybe you shouldn't peruse through my liked videos. But anyway, there's one in there very, very recent, within the last 24 hours. I think I watched it last night. Talks all about it, so I'm not gonna sit here and repeat it, but it makes a billion good points. I don't even know how I got on that topic. What am I talking about? I should never wake up and make a video. I don't know why I ever think it's a good idea. It's probably because I'm half asleep and I think it's a good idea, because I'm like, yeah, that's a thought. That might educate someone might be able to use that. I'm like, I see a lot of since every truther's gotta, you gotta predict things and stuff nowadays to be you gotta contribute, you gotta predict and contribute and show all the geometria to back up everything you say, or else you're not contributing. So me as a apparently I'm not a contributor. If you go to other truther channels, who are like, I don't know. I saw some dude bashing Richie the other day, and he had to, if you ever have a straw man argument, something's up. If you're producing a straw man argument, you're a liar and you're up to something. That is the biggest red flag. If I ever see anyone doing the whole straw man thing, you're up to something, and that's exactly what he was doing. But he kept going on about, I've predicted this, I've predicted that. He hasn't predicted anything. What are we doing here? I just almost fell over. There's way too much stuff on the ground. Like, what are we What are we? We're here predicting stuff? What? Are you watching? Are you guys seriously watching these channels because we're predicting stuff? Are you serious? Like, it was one of the most, like, everything is like, like, I contribute. I show you the numbers. I show you this. I show you that. We don't need the numbers. It doesn't matter. Chelsea Clinton said it's okay to worship Satan. Okay? It's all in the open. There's nothing hidden anymore. It does. Yeah, they still do the geometria because they have to, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, so me as a non-contributor, I don't predict anything, and I don't show you any geometria. I'm so sorry, but what I try to do is give other people ammunition. All right. I'm here to help, to either help supply you with some cliff notes or special moves to help in your arguments, or make sense of things. I'm here to give my opinion and my outlook. If it's useful, good. If it's not, all right. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. That's how it is. It irritates me when I try to check out a new channel, and they're going on and on and on and on and on about all the what they're contributing. We decide what you're contributing. Okay? I don't know what, like, if people want to watch, okay, if I started this channel and it never took off, I would probably stop doing it. Is 170 something subs taking off? You know what? That's more people than I know personally. So to me, yes, it is. What I can't imagine having 500,000 subs. If I go a couple days without going through the comment sections, I have, like, that's a lot of work for me. Like, I can't imagine having like thousands and thousands of comments. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I would feel like I'd feel like a piece of garbage, because I wouldn't be able to, like, talk to anybody, because I'm not. I haven't checked my emails in like a month, I think. It's just like I get 5 or 6 emails a day, so it's just like I just don't care. It's especially when I'm like I have a threshold for BS that I have to put up with and deal with. When I'm working all the time and doing all that chips away at my threshold, because that's crap that I'm doing all day that I couldn't care less about, and I don't care about it in a hard way. In an aggressive way, I don't care about what I do most of the day, and that is very taxing. To waste my whole day is very taxing. To have to make dumb conversation is very taxing. So when I come home from doing this all day, I'm very tired and don't always have the energy to hop online and chat at you guys or say hi or like whatever. I get home from work sometimes. I take a shower. I go right to bed. Then I wake up at like 2, 3 in the morning. Then it's kind of too late to get in touch with anybody. As it is 2, 3 in the morning. I'm thirsty. Do I have water? Oh. But anyway, so as far as what each and every one of us is contributing, whatever. That's literally for you guys to decide. I'm not going to sit here and prophesize. Oh, I almost want to link to the video because it's just like I don't know, like. I'm not sitting here, I don't know Richie personally. I don't know who he is. I don't know who any of these people are. I don't vouch for any truther channel because I don't know them personally. And when you do, it seems to come back in your face. I don't know what Nettie No Johnson is up to nowadays because I unsubbed, She went after me and basically said F the community and F everyone else. I'm here to make lower quality Mr. E videos and say everyone in the world is say stuff like 80% of the people are trannies, whatever, I just don't it's just some of us are on here trying to do something. I am, believe it or not, trying to do something. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what's useful information. I don't know what is not useful information. I don't know what's obvious to me might not be obvious to you. What's obvious to you might not be obvious to me. That's why I think communication is key. That's why I'm big on the whole community thing. I have my best revelations when I'm speaking to someone else. Every time I've ever had a deep revelation, I've been speaking to a woman every single time. I can't think of one time that maybe one time, and even then I was probably having a conversation prior to that. Sitting here and just bouncing stuff around in your own brain's not really gonna get you anywhere, and no one's brilliant enough to sit there and figure all this stuff out on their own. None of us are. Someone basically pulled us out at some point. What's this red line I got going here? Is that a sunburn? That might be a sunburn. I don't like that. This is a good look, huh? I should just shave the top of my head and keep the sides. It's a good look. It's a very good look. Anyway, hi. Hi, I'm back. I don't know. It's just, I hate to see the community attacking each other because that's kind of all there is now. Maybe there's just not enough going on the news that people have to make, attack videos on each other. It's just, I'm not going to sit here and attack anyone. I'm not going to sit here and vouch for anybody. All I know is that some of you might be for real and some of you might not. I'm not going to waste my time investigating every single truther. I'll watch your stuff and I'll try to get something out of it. And if I see you're either full of crap or you're not really contributing anything, or you're just some pompous ass sitting there, spouting off numbers, I'm not interested. Some people like the sensationalism of the gematria. That's because it's magic. People are interested with magic. You know, that's why those channels, you know, get a lot of hits. That's why you know, fantasy, and you know, that's why Star Wars is a big deal. People like magic. All right? If you give, if you give an insight into the black magic and everything that they do, yeah, that's interesting. We don't need to know about that stuff. When you tell people about this, about the black arts and how it operates, you're bringing them into it. You're introducing them to it. They don't need to know about it. I always say, if you guys want to know about the dark arts and any of that crap, ask me personally. I don't like making videos about it, because then you're going to look into it, because it is fascinating. Satan knows that stuff's fascinating. Anything that's mysterious and dark and carries power is fascinating. And I don't want anyone looking into it. Because it's not safe. It's not safe to look into. The principalities of air and shadows. They know your heart, and they know your desires, and they know when you're looking into something that you shouldn't be looking into, and it calls them, and then they call their buddies. But anyway, my door just like creepily opened on itself in my ghost home. I've talked about how this house has definitely bad stuff went on. I wish I could organize my videos, because when I hate being like, oh, I made a video about this. Sift through the 300 something random videos that aren't titled very well. have fun going, like, working your way through my back catalog. I have no idea. I myself have tried to like find one of my old videos to link it to something, because I referenced it, and it's like a nightmare. So asking anyone else to do it, I'm very sorry. Excuse me. But I'm way off topic. I'm sorry. I just spare you guys that, something came up kind of gnarly. But yeah, seriously. Centripetal force, the further you are out from the center, the faster things spin. So you would be like, it'd be, noticeable. You'd feel it more so than when you're, supposedly supposed to spin faster at the equator. No one feels that either, but the force you would feel from being, friggin', 2 miles in the air, you'd feel it. But anyway, I don't know. This whole ball Earth thing is dumb. I'm sick of it. Sick of people thinking they live on a spinning ball. A spinning ball. A spinning ball. Nothing lives on a spinning ball. How about evolution? There isn't now, nor there hasn't ever been any transitional species. Where'd all the water come from? There's way too much water, and it comes up from the earth, it rains down from the sky, and it rains down for days. It's not held up in clouds. That doesn't make sense. How can something hovering in the air hold thousands of tons of water? Water's heavy. That's stupid. These things are stupid. Look at something as simple as a housefly. Their wings have to beat at such a precise rate that were it off by 1/1,000,000th of a second, they'd go spinning out of control all over the place. If there was one anomaly during their evolution, there would not be a housefly. None of it adds up. It's stupid. No, I'm not calling you stupid if you believe in evolution, but I'm calling you ignorant because you're not looking into it and you're not thinking about it. You need to research biology. If you believe in evolution, you need to research biology. If you think we live on a spinning ball, you need to research physics. And I mean real physics, not what some effing guy... See this? That's physics. Did you know that this is physics? You ready? You ready? Can you see? That's a physics experiment. And that's why you can't have space travel. Cool, huh? I just did science. You need two things to make things go. All right? There'd be no space travel. You can't push off of nothing. All of it. It's all dumb, and it can all be disproven with basic science, not scientism, real science. Take a look around you. That's part of science. People don't do that. That's why they don't friggin' see an airplane hovering in the sky for 20 minutes, not going anywhere in a broad daylight in the middle of the sky. That's why no one sees anything. You know what? But if you have those people in your life and you want to wake them up, you're gonna have to slap them around. You're gonna have to beat the crap out of them. We're running out of time, and if people at this point can't figure out what's going on and you want them to, it's gonna take some work on your part. I mean, we're charged not to waste our time and to move on and all that, but I understand, if you got someone in your life that you want to save, work for it. But it's going to be a lot of work because these people have an armor of ignorance. We have the armor of God. We have sight and vision. We have the ability to hear. We have the ability to notice. They don't. Like they either don't want to or they can't or it's a combination thereof. But they have the armor of ignorance, and it is over their face. All right, its gauntlets are mittens. All right, its helmet has no visor. Its legs are welded together. All right, that is the armor of ignorance, and they're stumbling around like that. It's not working out for them. So you're gonna have to obliterate that armor to get to them, to try to get any information to them. And that armor is thick, and they love that armor. They spend every night polishing it and oiling it and waxing it and making sure that that armor is in perfect working condition every single day. And they do that when they watch the television. They do that when they go on their Facebook. It reinforces this armor of ignorance that they are all in love with. And they defend it. They get angry if you question it. Because we're getting towards the end. Expect it. Do what you can to try to... I find every time I have an actual discussion with somebody, they're receptive. If they're capable of shutting their mouth and listening, there's just too much facts. They're receptive because they can't not be. You'd have to not understand the English language for me to speak to you and give you so much information and for you to not retain any of it. Or you just don't want to hear it. But here's the problem. As much as I'm able to enlighten someone for an afternoon, they're gone. And then they're back to their television and their friends, and then they're lost. And then maybe, God willing, something will make them think of something or remind them of something. Or oh hey, maybe that crazy guy who all of his friends were like, oh, don't listen to John, he's crazy. Maybe he was right. And to any of my friends or whatever, how could I be right about all this other stuff? How could I be the smartest person you know? And I'm not saying this like trying to be like, oh, I'm so smart. I just educate myself. I want to know things. I'm sorry that other people don't. I'm sorry that other people are content not knowing anything. But I like to research stuff and I like to know things. So I would love to know how I can be the most knowledgeable person someone can know. Yet, be the, I don't know. I guess some person on the internet once told me the Earth is flat, so now I believe it. I guess one person on the internet once told me that evolution was a lie, so I believed it. It's the opposite. One person told you once that you came from a monkey and you live on a spinning ball. We're not the same from monkeys. We're very different. Our skulls are different. Their rib cages are at an angle. Ours are not. Ours go out. Everything. We're somewhat similar. So what? That doesn't mean we evolved, other than the fact that there's no transitional species anywhere, ever. We can't find any. I'm getting a phone call. Sorry, I can't pause it or anything, and the volume goes down, so I can't talk either. And we're back. All right, he's a psycho, and he's just gonna keep calling me every like 2 minutes. So I gotta end this. Yeah, I can't pause it while it's doing that, or else it screws it up. Can't answer the phone while it's doing that, or else it screws it up. And while it's ringing, the volume goes down, so I don't. So sorry, as I just sat there for like 15 seconds, my phone was ringing. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this short. Anyway, cut this short. I'm gonna end this now anyway, because I don't know what the topic was here. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful day. Be safe. Do what you can. Hunker down. Spread the word. Be happy. Get some happiness in. Eat some chocolate. Have some fudge. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day, and God bless you.